Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome to my channel. Today starts another reading vlog, so stay tuned. So if you watched last week's reading vlog, you know that I am participating in two different readathons. So I'm participating in Gavin's Believathon, Believathon 3. And I'm also participating in the 1,000 Doors, like choose your own adventure readathon, which is a lot of fun. And last week I only got one book from my Believathon completed. I got The Torn Page for reading Thresholds, and I need to get a lot more done this week. And I only got one book for the 1,000 Doors readathon. Well, I started one book last week and I've completed it. Well, I completed it yesterday, and that was The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. The prompt I had was 5, so it had to do anything to do with the number 5, and so I picked this because The Fifth Wave. And I finished it yesterday. I say I give this a 3.75. I really enjoyed it. It's like alien invasion type thing, a modern dystopia where the human race is being wiped out one wave at a time with different methods. There was a plague, there was an EMP, and in the fifth wave you don't know who's human and who's other. This was really good. I can't wait to continue with the series. But for now, this means I can go to the next challenge for the 1,000 Doors readathon. So I was trying to figure out how I could do this and show you everything, because I could show you the videos before, but that didn't show you the end screens, and you use the end screens to direct you to your next prompt. So I decided what I would do is actually watch it on my phone, and I'll screen record that whole thing so I can press the end screen and you'll be able to see what the options are. And then I'll just, let me scoot over. I'll just insert that right over here.
Okay, are you back now? Hopefully you're done with your book now. So I want to know what you thought of it. What star rating would you give it out of 5? And on the next end screen, you're going to see 4 doors. Click the one that best represents the star rating that you gave this book, or if you didn't after the book, you will see a door for that too. Off you go on your quest.
Okay, since I gave it 3.75, I hit the 3-star one.
Okay, so you got me again. What are the chances I'm going to give you your next prompt to? The new prompt I'm going to give you is old and new. So what does that mean? It can mean whatever you want it to mean. It could mean that you read a new book you've just bought, or a new to you author that you hadn't heard of before, or it could mean that you read an old book that you've had on a TBR shelf for ages. Or you could combine them. You could read an old book that was written 100 years ago, but is new to you because you just got it. Maybe it actually has old or new in the title, or both. Maybe it's about an old main character or a family moving to a new house. Get the idea? Okay, bookmark this video, go and choose your book, and come back when you've read or DNF'd it, and I will tell you where to go next.
So old or new, or we can combine like old and new together. I have a couple of options, I think. I really need to tackle middle grade, so I'm going to pick one of those. So we have Straw into Gold, Fairy Tales Respun. This is taking old fairy tales and giving them a modern twist, so old and new. I have a classic, The Wizard of Oz, old. And then I think this could also work, though I realize now that this totally could have worked for the last one, which was 5, because I need to read The Last Olympian, and this is the 5th book in a series. But I think this one could also work because you have like old ancient gods and titans and in today's modern world. So, which one do I want to do? Well, I'm buddy reading this one throughout the week. So I think I'm gonna do The Wizard of Oz. And I choose this one because it is actually the next thing in order for Believathon. So let's see. The next thing is The Crown. This says, while in the library, a scratching noise draws your attention to the bookcases. Many of the books have been damaged, their pages littering the floor, but there is one bookcase that has been untouched. Upon closer inspection, you notice there is a book titled Believathon. You grab it and try to pull it out. Instead, it jams. You hear a click and the bookcase opens. It's a secret room. It's filled with cobwebs, but something glittering steals your attention. It's a crown. In order to collect it, you must read a book that is set in an alternate world to our own. And for that, I chose The Wizard of Oz because, well, it's definitely not set in our world. It's set in Oz. So I think I'm going to read this. I'm hoping, I mean, the print is small, but it's not a lot of pages. So hopefully I can get through this and be able to get to another, at least another book for the 1,000 Doors Readathon. I really need to get through multiple Believathon books this week. So that is my plan. Pretty much for the rest of the day, I'm just going to like work on this and maybe do a little bit of laundry. So I will just talk to you later. So this morning I finished The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum, and I can say that I never actually read the original. I've only ever watched the movie, and it was really cool seeing the differences in this versus what I grew up knowing of The Wizard of Oz. I mean, for the most part, the story, you know, follows the same path, but there are definitely some differences. And I really enjoyed it, and I want to give this 5 stars. It was fun. It was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to continuing the rest of the series. So now that that is done, I need to pick my next 1,000 Doors challenge or prompt, I guess. Okay, so I have it pulled up on my phone here, and I'm gonna screen record this again.
Okay, are you back? Have you read or DNF'd that book? Jolly good. So my next question for you is, did you guess where the book was going? On the next end screen, you will see 4 doors. Go through no if the book completely surprised you had no idea what was coming. Go through partly if you sort of saw it was going, but it didn't really ruin it for you. And go through
so I
yes
sort of knew
if you totally saw what was coming and it was just completely predictable. Or of course, if you DNF'd it, you know where to
really
go.
Me
Happy adventuring.
Okay, so yes, but I didn't mind.
Despite the fact that you kind of saw where the last book was going, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a great time so far. I certainly am. Remember that we're doing Twitter sprints and live shows all the time. My third prompt for you is a book that feels like Marvel. Now, you could interpret this as the MCU, you could interpret it as the comics, you could take a character that you really like or a character that you dislike, a certain character trait. For example, I big time relate to Gwenpool. Yes, I'm writing a fan fiction about her, everyone can fuck off with their judgment. And then from that you could choose a book that has superhero themes, a book that has maybe a similar plot to a movie or a comic that you like. If you really like Captain America the First Avenger, you could choose something that's set in Nazi Germany. Or if you like Guardians of the Galaxy, you could choose a sci-fi. And remember, when you finish the book, to come back to this video.
Okay, so something Marvel, or makes you think of Marvel. I have a few. Give me a second. Okay, so I have 4 books here. One is YA and the rest are middle grade. So Emerald Green I could use because it makes me think of Doctor Strange with the time travel. So I could use this for that. I have Sanity and Tallulah Field Trip. This is a graphic novel, so it would work for the comic book aspect, or it could also work for like Guardians of the Galaxy because this is in space. Then we have The Girl and the Ghost by Hannah Alkoff. This makes me think of The Scarlet Witch and Jarvis. where like the ghost here, Pink is its name, makes me think of the Scarlet Witch, and Soraya is like the innocent that she's protecting, and that makes me think of Jarvis. So I could use this for that, or thinking of like them trying to save the world and big battle like Infinity War or whatever. It makes me think of The Last Olympian, where they're all coming together to save the world pretty much, and it's the big final battle. So Emerald Green was one that I was actually supposed to buddy read last week, and I never actually read it, so I do need to finish this. I'm currently doing a buddy read of this, so I would have to like finish it ahead of time, I think, in order to really keep the flow with the 1,000 Doors. So I don't know if I want to count this for that. So that leaves these two. And looking at my Believathon 3 Compendulum, after the Wizard of Oz, collecting the crown, the next thing I'm supposed to do is collect the spilled ink, which is The Girl and the Ghost. And I also needed an audiobook, which works perfect because, well, this one and this one I could both have an audiobook for. So I think I'm gonna go with The Girl and the Ghost, just because it's my next middle grade Believathon that I need to, and I can get the audiobook on Scribd. So I'm gonna go with this, and it should be quick. I could probably get through it today because I've got some running around and stuff that I need to do, and I can listen to that while I'm out and about. And I'm going to take you along with me too, because I'm going to do a little book shopping today. Like, I really need more books, but I'm gonna do it anyway. We're going to Ollie's because I have a 15% off coupon for my entire purchase, and Ollie's has a lot of awesome books really cheap, so that's what we're doing today. I may also go buy Books A Million because they have some kind of overstock sale going on, so I may go and check them out as well. Yeah, I don't need a lot more books, but I need a lot more books. So yesterday I listened to the entirety of The Girl and the Ghost by Hannah Alkoff, and I think I'm gonna give this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It's about a girl and a ghost. So this girl, Soraya, her grandmother was a witch, and she had this thing called a pelicet, which is a ghost that's tied to her. And it was a dark and malevolent ghost, and she used it to perform some dirty tricks on people. And then she passes away, but her ghost, her pelicet, is bound to her by blood. So in order to maintain being part of this world or whatever, the pelicet needs to feed on small amounts of their master's blood. And now that his master has passed away, he has to find somebody that shares the same blood, and Soraya is who he bonds to. And he bonds to her as a baby or a toddler, and part of it is kind of cute and funny, where he's almost like a paranoid parent, like constantly trying to protect her from things and worrying about her like a parent, and kind of loses a little bit of that dark malevolence. But the first time some kids pick on her, he definitely shows his dark side, and she doesn't like it and wants him to stop, but he can't seem to quit it, and it's his job to protect her. And then she makes a friend, and up until that point, the pelicet was her only friend, and well, He gets very, very jealous and does not handle that well. This was a really good book. I really enjoyed it and I give it 4 stars. And that completed my next 1,000 doors as well as my Believathon challenge, which I didn't read to you. So that was for the spilled ink. This says, fingers wrap themselves around an open door, bony fingers that belong to a wraith-like ghost. The door belongs to the study, and what sounds like a gunshot causes the ghost to disappear. Knowing a clue beckons you in the study, you run to the door and open it. The handle is dead cold, but you go inside regardless. What appears to be a man is hunched over the desk, scribbling frantically. He knocks over a pot of ink. It's a clue. In order to collect the spilled ink, you must read a book that features ghosts. And that's why I was reading The Girl and the Ghost. So I've got that one. And my next one I need to get is The Dagger. So let's see what the 1,000 Doors Readathon has for us. Okay, I got it pulled up here.
To come back to this video because whether or not you like the main character will dictate which of the next magical doors you go through. If you like the main character, if you kind of like the main character, if you absolutely did not like the main character, or if you DNF'd. I hope you're having a really great time and hopefully I'll see you through some more magical doors soon.
Okay, I like Soraya, so I'm going to say I like the main character. So let's click yes.
Welcome to door 4. So if you haven't seen me already, my name is Megan. Basically all my prompts are in the form of memes. So I'm going to show you a meme and you have to pick a book that fits the vibe, fits the atmosphere, fits the energy of the prompt. Did I say that right? Who knows? So the meme for this prompt is,
I'm an acquired taste. You don't like me? Acquire some taste.
I love that meme so much. I love it. The main way that I would interpret this prompt is picking a book that you have heard very mixed things about. Or it can just be that you've heard lots of good things and one bad thing. You may not own a lot of books that you've heard mixed things about. So a recommendation I have, which if you watch my vlogs, you know this recently became a favourite, and that is Catherine House by Elizabeth Thomas. Everyone hates this apart from a very select few of us. It's really not a popular book. Everyone else seems to dislike it, but I loved it. And I think it would actually be really good for a readathon. It's not too long. I think it's only...
Okay, I'm going to say for this, because I can't really think of anything that I have here that I need to read that fits that. I think what I'm going to do is my lowest rated out of everything that I need to read. So I'll go through Goodreads and see what the ratings is for everything. Yeah, that's how I'm going to interpret this, to read my lowest rated. So hopefully I will like it though. Okay, give me a second. I'll be right back. I'm going to go figure that out. Okay, I am back and I'm actually really surprised by how many of my books that I have here are rated like close to 4 stars. That's amazing. So I'm expecting to have a lot of good reading left. But the one that had the lowest, I had a couple that went, let's see, I had one that was like 3.85. I had one that was like 3.77. And I think I even had one that was like 3.6 something. I can't remember. But the lowest one was this Tempestuous by Kim Askew and Amy Helms. This is a modern retelling of The Tempest by William Shakespeare, and this has a 3.59. So this is what I will be reading for that. And I don't think that I'm going to read this one right now. This will be my next 1,000 Doors challenge, but I really need to get more Believathon books read. So I think I'm going to put that one on the back burner for right now and continue with 1,000 Doors shortly. But today, well, this week, I really need to focus on getting some of these Believathons because I want to try to do these all in order and like a single book for each challenge. And I'm reading The Last Olympian as a buddy read, but this is one of the Believathon challenges and it's like further back in the book, and so I have others that I want to complete before I actually complete that one. So the next one I have to do for Believathon is the dagger. It says, a plum of smoke seeps down the hallway from the kitchen. It smells like something is burning. You battle the smoke to reach the kitchen door, where you open it to see a figure inside. The figure turns to you. Is it the villain? After an intense moment of trying to communicate with the figure, it disappears. You hear a clang. They dropped something on the floor. You walk over to see what it is that has fallen. It's a dagger. In order to pick it up, you must read a book that is set in a dangerous setting. And for that, I'm going to be reading Sanity and Tallulah Field Trip by Molly Brooks. This is a graphic novel. This is the second book in this series. And they go on this field trip and find themselves on a planet that's about to explode. And so it's a pretty dangerous setting. So I'm hoping I can get this knocked out in like an hour or two maybe. So I'm going to sit and read this. And I'm going to go ahead and look at my next one as well, because like I said, I don't think this is going to take very long and I want to have the next one in line. So I'll go ahead and tell you that. So next is the backpack. Exploring more of the manor now, you notice there are some rooms that just won't open to you, not until you collect more clues scattered about the mysterious manor. Now upstairs, you enter into what appears to be an unused guest bedroom. There are no personal belongings inside, but upon investigating the shower, you notice a backpack. It rattles and calls to you. It is a clue. In order to collect the backpack safely, you must read a book by a new-to-you author. And for that, I'm going to read Kenny and the Dragon by Tony Diderezzi. And we got this in Atlanta during, I think it was the Decatur Book Festival. So I thought it sounded really cute, and it was something Xander was also interested in too. And really, it sounded super cute. And it's short, and I want to read it. And there's cute art throughout. Like, it's adorable. Okay, so these are what I plan on tackling today. And since they're both short, I'm going to even go ahead and tell you what the third one is, just in case I finish both of those today and want to start on the next thing. So the next one is The Footprints. A sinister sound fills the air. It's scratchy at first, but then it gradually transforms into a rather beautiful melody. Following the music, it takes you towards the grandest of doors in the manor. The music reaches its crescendo when you open the door, and then falls deathly silent. You step inside the ballroom to see a soul piano in the center, and all around it are footprints imprinted on the wooden floor. In order to collect the footprints, you must read a book that features a prominent villain. So for that, I will be reading Straw into Gold, Fairy Tales Respun by Hilary McKay, and these are like fairy tale retellings. It's like an anthology of fairy tale retellings. So this is what I plan on reading for that. So my goal is to finish these two today and at least start this one. We'll see how this goes. All right, I'm gonna go for now, and I will talk to you later. So on Thursday, I told you that I wanted to complete these two these two and start on this one, which is exactly what I did. I did finish both of these and I got like halfway through this on Thursday. So for Kenny and the Dragon, this is about, well, the rabbit family. They come across, or the dad of the rabbit family finds a dragon, and the boy makes friends with the dragon, and this dragon is not like dragons from the past. He doesn't eat people or burn down villages or anything like that. He likes books and art and plays, and he's very sophisticated. And him and the little boy rabbit, they make good friends, and then somebody else discovers there is a dragon, and the whole town wants to see this dragon destroyed. And it's up to this little boy rabbit to save the dragon. It was super cute. I actually really enjoyed it. I flew through it, and I give this 4 stars. And then I read Sanity and Tallulah Field Trip, and this was also a lot of fun. They are going to a planet for the first time ever, and when their class gets to this planet after like 17 hours or something like that, apparently the field trip program had been canceled and nobody ended up notifying them, and there's a lot going on with this planet and the moons around this planet, and things are not stable. There's asteroids hitting things, and well, this planet is about to explode. Also, there are like pirate smugglers and just all kinds of stuff, and it's a lot of fun, and I give it 4 stars as well. And then on Friday I completed Straw into Gold, Fairy Tales Respun by Hilary McKay, and I thought this was like, you know, a modern day fairy tale retelling, and I guess it kind of is, but it actually tells the fairy tales in the story. So for example, Straw into Gold, it tells the story, but it's more of like what's going on with Rumpelstiltskin and like what led him there and what actually happened from his side. And it was kind of a sad and touching story. The Hansel and Gretel one is like from a teacher's perspective, and she's reading a report. She's a new teacher in this school, and she's teaching pretty much in the place where all of these fairy tale people belong, and like Goldilocks is in her class and Hansel and Gretel are in her class, and one of the first assignments she gives them is like what I did over the holidays, and Gretel wrote her story or her paper or her essay on the whole thing with the gingerbread house and all of that, and explain why Hansel's jacket doesn't fit anymore because the witch was fattening him up. It was very cute. I absolutely love this, and I give it 5 stars. And then, oh, I don't have the book with me. When I finished that yesterday, I started Drumroll Please by Lisa Jen Bigelow, and I'm enjoying this. I don't know about how far I'm in. I want to say I've gotten through the first 13 chapters. I think maybe I'm about halfway through. And I was continuing reading it today when I was getting my toes did. I'll tell you more about that later. I also started listening to the audiobook of Emerald Green by Kirstine Gear, and I'm only on page 78 of this. I needed something to listen to while I was driving and while I was doing some housework, so I started listening to that. And I realized that I never showed y'all what I bought at Ollie's, so I thought I'd do a little mini book haul here. So I didn't actually go as crazy as I thought I was going to end up doing. This is what I bought, and one of these books is actually for Marty. So let me start with what I got for Marty. I got him One Giant Leap, The Impossible Mission That Flew Us to the Moon by Charles Fishman. And I'm not going to read the entire thing because it's just this huge synopsis. But it does say, One Giant Leap is the sweeping, definitive, behind-the-scenes account of the furious race to complete one of mankind's greatest achievements. It's a story filled with surprises, from the item the astronaut almost forgot to take with them, the American flag, to the extraordinary impact Apollo would have back on Earth and on the way we live today. And it's about a whole bunch of people, more than just the astronauts. It introduces readers to the men and women who had to solve 10,000 problems before astronauts could reach the moon. From the research labs of MIT, where the eccentric and legendary pioneer Charles Draper created the tools to fly the Apollo spaceships, to the factories where dozens of women sewed space suits, parachutes, and even computer hardware by hand, Fishman captures the exceptional feats of these ordinary Americans. And I knew Marty would absolutely love this, so hopefully he'll actually get around to reading it, because I know that he loves all of this space stuff, and yeah. Okay, so for the books that I got for myself, let's start with the non-novel kind. So I have the Lunar Chronicles coloring book. It's the adult coloring book. This was only $1.99, and I don't typically go for these types of coloring books. I like the more mandala type, or the animals, and I just color everything like wild colors. But I thought this was cool because it was the Lunar Chronicles. And then I also got 1,000 dot-to-dot icons. So like we have Marilyn Monroe, Madonna, Elvis, Bob Marley, Van Gogh, John F. Kennedy, Mona Lisa, Shakespeare. Yeah, it does like all of those. I like doing those. And then for my novels, I got Shout, which by Lori Halse Anderson, and this is the sequel to Speak, which follows a girl who has been raped and doesn't say anything about it for a very long time, until somebody else becomes at risk of being raped by the same person. And then I got Forever Neverland by Susan Adrian, and this is like a Peter Pan retelling, and I thought it looked really cute. And then we have Kingdom of the Blazing Phoenix, which is the sequel to Forest of a Thousand Lanterns, which is like an evil queen retelling. So I'm excited to have those. And then yesterday I got a package where I had won a giveaway, so I got 2 new books to show you guys. We have Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. Let me show you. Let's see. How does this look? Ooh, pretty. I hadn't looked at it without the jacket. That's very pretty. This says, Yadril has summoned a ghost, and now he can't get rid of him. When his traditional Latinx family has problems accepting his gender, Yadril becomes determined to prove himself a real brujo. With the help of his cousin and best friend, Maritza, he performs the Quinces ritual himself, and then sets out to find the ghost of his murdered cousin, Miguel, and set it free. However, the ghost he summons is actually Julian Diaz, the school's resident bad boy, and Julian is not about to go quietly into death. He's determined to find out what happened and tie up some loose ends before he leaves. Left with no choice, Yadril agrees to help Julian so that they can both get what they want. But the longer Yadril spends with Julian, the less he wants to let him leave. And I've heard really, really good things about this. I'm probably pronouncing, it's probably like Yadril or Hadril or something like that. I'm not sure. If you know how to pronounce that name, comment down below and let me know. I think you can like do the pronunciation thing. And the other book is A Peculiar Peril by Jeff Vandermeer, and this is a signed copy. Let's see. This one is green. Oh, and it's thick and heavy, and oh my goodness. There is a table of contents in this book. Apparently there are 7 parts, 73 chapters, and a lot of pages. There's the autograph. Hold on, I just saw something. What is this? There's a carrot pulling something, I don't know what behind. Maybe a potato? This says, in this strange, wonder-filled epic, Jonathan Lampstead stands to inherit his deceased grandfather's overstuffed mansion, a veritable cabinet of curiosities. Once he and two schoolmates catalog its contents, but the three soon discover that the house is filled with far more than just oddities. It holds clues linking to an alt-earth called Aurora, where the notorious English occultist Aleister Crowley has seized power on a magic-fueled rampage across a through-the-looking-glass version of Europe, replete with talking animals and vegetables. Swept into encounters with unpredictable allies and murderous enemies, Jonathan pieces together his destiny as a member of a secret society devoted to keeping his world separate from Aurora. But as objectives change and allegiances shift with every step, he and his friends sink ever deeper into a deadly pursuit of a profound evil that is also chasing after them in this head-spinning fantasy from the Nebula Award-winning author. And I think this sounds amazing, and I'm super excited, but oh my goodness, it is a thick. Let's see. Oh, there's some art throughout. Curiouser and curiouser. So the page numbers stop at page 632, but then there's the epilogue, and then there's these book club questions, like multiple choice questions. It looks like it actually ends on page 643. But it sounds like it's going to be so much fun to read. So yay. And then I also have my Nomadik subscription box. So I thought I'd do a little mini unboxing here. Not really a mini unboxing, an actual unboxing. I really like this box. I think it's neat. It's an outdoorsy kind of box. So the theme for this one is winter travels, and the little thing tells you like what's inside the box. They have some tips, and then they always have like a little challenge here, and then the brand discounts. Okay, so opening it up, it looks like this. So everything in here should be themed around winter travel. So we have an RX bar. This one's chocolate sea salt. 3 egg whites, 6 almonds, 4 cashews, 2 dates, no BS. You have a vinyl sticker. It's the Nomadik sticker. Dry skin salve. It's candula plus chamomile plus jojoba. And it's like in a, almost like a big chapstick or glue stick thing. Go to B+. It's a civilized squeezable travel tube. So you can just put whatever you want in here. Shampoo or sunscreen or whatever. I have several of those for like hair stuff and sunscreen and aloe. So it's a little elastic card holder wallet thing, and it's got a little key ring on it. It says it can hold 2 to 10 cards and some cash, and you attach this lightweight wallet to your keys or your bag. And then we have this compression bag here, like packing bag. It's got a little, I forget what you call them, these things for zipping. But yeah, it's just a small little packing bag. Would be good for like your undergarments or whatever. Or maybe shoes, if you wanted to put shoes in there. Okay, so that's everything that's in that box. Now I need to kind of clean up my mess. I think I showed you everything. Oh wait, so I need to tell you the challenge for, drumroll please. So this is for the hand mirror. It says, mirrors fill the wall in the manner of make-believathon. Their purpose is to reflect the vanity of the former inhabitants. As you pass, not only do you see yourself reflected, but the faces of those who have lived and died in the manor. The mirrors lead you to the lounge, where a fire burns in the fireplace. Something beckons you to the flames. and as you get closer, you see that a hand mirror materializes in the smoke. It will show you the villain. In order to get the hand mirror safely, you must read a book with a beautiful cover. And I think this has a very pretty cover with all the stars and stuff. So that's what I'm reading for that one. And then my next one is The Chain, which I'm currently reading my book for that. That's The Last Olympians, which is the last Percy Jackson book. And that says, at the back of the manor, in what appears to be the biggest room, lies a once glorious theater. People from up and down the lake of Make-Believathon would attend shows here. Time has not been kind. The red seats are moth-bitten, and the stage is splintered. Suddenly chains drop from the ceiling. They slither around you. They bind you. You're pulled to the nearest seat, and they will not let you go. There's only one way to free yourself and collect part of the chain as a clue. You must read a book that features a colorful cast of friends. And for that, as I said, I'm reading The Last Olympians, because these demigods and satyrs and all of that, they're quite the colorful cast of friends. So that is what I'm hoping to get done with this weekend, is those two, and then also hopefully Emerald Green as well. And I will be quite pleased with myself. But if I happen to get through with all of that and I still have more time, I will let you know my next thing. Actually, I'll probably go to Tempestuous if I happen to finish everything and still have time. Okay, I'll talk to you later. So yesterday I got quite a bit of reading done. I finished Drumroll Please by Lisa Jen Bigelow, and I give this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It's about a girl named Melissa who, the day before going off to like Camp Rockaway, her parents inform her that they are getting a divorce, and then she's off to camp. And she's struggling with dealing with that the entire time at camp, as well as her best friend that's come along with her kind of ditching her for a boy. And then Mel, she starts having some feelings that she doesn't quite understand for a female bandmate, and she's trying to understand all that. And it's super cute. It's a lot of fun, and it has a lot to say. I even outlined some parts in here because I was just like, oh my goodness, it was really good. But I give this 4 stars. Highly recommend it. And then I also finished The Last Olympian by Rick Riordan. This is the final book in the Percy Jackson series, and I really enjoyed it. I give the entire series 4 stars. I gave this 4 stars. I think I give every one of the books 4 stars. This is like the end-all be-all battle, and it pretty much goes full throttle from the very beginning of the book all the way through. And I loved how it ended, which I think leads to the next series. So I'm really looking forward to continuing our buddy reads of these. I think we're starting the next series in January. And then I got through a lot of Emerald Green, but I haven't finished it. I don't know where I'm at exactly in the book. My bookmark's not in the right spot. I would guess probably about here. I have like an hour and a half left in it, so hopefully I'll finish that today. So if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, I think I finished all of these books this week. Oh, I could be wrong. I might be thinking some of last week, but I think I finished The Fifth Wave, The Wizard of Oz, The Girl and the Ghost, Straw into Gold, Kenny and the Dragon, Sanity and Tallulah, Drumroll Please, and The Last Olympian. So if that's correct, I finished 8 books this week, which is awesome. And I also have 2 Sipsby boxes. These are like the For the Holidays box, I believe it is. One of them is caffeine and the other is not caffeine or not caffeinated. Yeah, it's the holiday tea box. How cute is that little card? It says, happy holidays. I hope you love this special tea box. Along with curated tea selections, your box includes biodegradable filters and tea steeping tips listed below. Kick back, relax, and get ready to brew up a cuppa of something delicious. And you can learn more about these teas and stuff from their website. So, yeah. Alright. It doesn't tell me about each of these teas. So they do have a discount code. It expires December 31st, and that is Tea Journey, and it gets you $5 off your first box. So I will include that as well as the link to their site. But let's get into what teas we have. I'm not sure which box this is, whether it's caffeine or non-caffeinated. The first one is Davidson's Organic Christmas Tea, a festive blend of tea with seasonal herbs and spices. And these are individual little tea sachets. Christmas tea promises to enrich your holiday traditions with a delightful blend of premium organic tea, herbs, and spices. Alright. Then we have Comfort and Joy, the Republic of Tea Holiday Blend Round Tea Bags. And these look like so. And this says, enjoy this environmentally friendly round unbleached tea bag free of wasteful strings, staples, and tags. At this moment, somewhere the kettle calls, somewhere the pot waits, somewhere a person smiles into a cup watching the leaves unfurl. The Minister of Leaves. And it's fine black tea, cinnamon, natural flavors, clove, licorice root, and apple pieces. And then it looks like we have two loose teas. So the first one is Ginger Snap Chai. Ooh, that sounds really good. And this is by 10 Star Tea. And it's oolong, honeybush, rooibos, vanilla, ginger, cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg, clove, and cardamom. It looks like this. We have our disposable tea bags. And then we have limited edition Tea Motions, teas for emotional well-being. Be Merry, dark chocolate peppermint. And it's green tea, cocoa nibs, peppermint, spearmint, astragalus root, pink peppercorns, cornflower, and natural flavor. And it looks like this. I didn't notice anything about caffeine on any of these, so I'm guessing maybe these are the caffeine-free ones, but I could be wrong. Okay, let's go to the other box. So this one, it's hard to open. Looks like this. We have the same card here. Our disposable tea bags. And then for the teas, we have 4 of these tea pigs. This says tea with trimmings. This is spiced winter red tea. Oh no, this is the caffeine box because these actually say caffeine free. A naturally flavored herbal and spiced infusion. What's special about this tea? We've captured the best bits of winter in a cup. Mulled wine and mistletoe. Winter coats and rosy cheeks. Log fires, happy cats, and old movies on the telly. Tea and warming spices. A blend of orange peel, cinnamon, and cloves on a Rubio's tea base. Perfect on a crisp, frosty day or on brandy at bedtime. Drink responsibly. And then we have 4 of these Stash Christmas Eve caffeine-free herbal tea tisane. And this says it's cinnamon, spearmint, orange peel, vanilla extract, orange oil, natural cinnamon flavor, clove bud oil. Alright. Then we have a couple of loose leaves. We have Pinky Up Peppermint Macaroon Herbal Tea with Natural Flavors. Yum. And then another loose one. This was White Teaco Fireside Fig. A unique and cozy combination of honeybush, fig, and spices. And I actually really like fig. I imagine some people are about it, but I personally love fig. It says South African honeybush, fig, cinnamon, ginger, and organic natural flavors. Cool. So as I said before, I will link this down in the description if you're interested in getting a Sipsby box, whether it be a limited edition box like one of these or the regular monthly subscription box, which is also very cool. And they're only like $15 a month, and then with the code you get $5 off that, so definitely go and check it out. I now have lots of errands to run and filming to do today, so I'm going to just end this vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye!